You know what? Screw the intro. Let's just get right into it. After my last video talking about how BMWs are really not that unreliable, I'm going to give you the secrets to make your BMW the most reliable it's ever going to be. So the first thing you have to do, almost all BMWs, as soon as they roll off the lot, they have oil leaks. We're going to address that today. We're also going to address all the cooling system flaws. We're going to address any vacuum leaks you might have, anything you need. So first thing you're going to want is either have a lot of time on your hands or a lot of money. And first thing we're going to do is just going to pull the engine out. So right here, we've already got the engine out, ready to pretty much start working on it. We've got the transmission still attached to it. But you know what? That's also a weak point. We're going to throw that in the trash. We're going to put a 5-speed on this. You know what? We're also going to get rid of all of these oil leaks. You can see this fan clutch is stuck on here. We're going to take that out completely. We're going to put an electric fan on here. All new hoses, all new gaskets. Everything's getting replaced. You know what? So everything is, once this whole...
You can't keep up.
Man.
Obviously, he's kidding. Well, he's not kidding.
I'm not kidding. This is the way you get rid of your oil leaks and make it reliable. If you want more behind the scenes of this whole process, go check out the vlog channel. We're going to have a whole vlog. The Pandem 330 wide body coupe. But yeah, for right now, what I'm going to start doing is I'm just going to pull this transmission off, and then we're going to change everything out. And we're just going to do a whole time lapse. There's no need for a DIY on this. If you were able to get your engine out, this should be a piece of cake, and you should be able to knock out all of this. Just a lot of bolts, and you have all the space that you would ever want.
And money for parts.
And money for parts. You always got to have money if you have a BMW.
I mean, tell them about how much you have spent to regasket this so far.
Okay, so as far as gaskets, we're not just doing gaskets. We're doing a lot of other stuff too, like the whole CCV, all intake manifold gaskets, vacuum lines, cooling system. We also ended up having to buy a new valve cover for this, because this engine actually came out of a newer E46 and is going into a pre-facelift, so the valve cover is a different style. The engine that's already in the car, that valve cover is cracked. So the valve cover itself is almost $350, almost $400. And then you also have to get, all new plugs, coils, I'll say about 2,000 bucks. 2,000 bucks, you can pretty much replace all the weak points and you should be good to go. Since this is a 330 motor, if you are going to go through with this, one thing a lot of people forget to do is get a wire-tied oil pump nut. You want to put that on here, just because the 330s are known for the oil pump nut backing out, only if you're doing a lot of high revving things like going to autocross or tracking the car. So we're just gonna, we have the oil pan off, so might as well address it. And yeah, we're also, since we are putting, the car actually is a 5-speed manual, and we're putting that gearbox back on here. But also for the gearbox, we're changing all the shift detent, the springs. We're gonna take care of the whole flywheel. We're going to convert it to the Vallejo single mass flywheel. Got the clutch with that as well. All the mounts, the center support bearing, the drive shaft guibo or flex joint, whatever you want to call it. All new shifter bushings, all new, even like the whole shifter assembly you could replace if you like with a short shifter. We're knocking out a lot of stuff. I mean, this car should last a long time. I mean, it's already almost, 18 years old. So another 18 years before you have to do this again.
So why would anybody do this to an 18-year-old car?
Well, first of all, it's an E46. Can't go wrong. With any E46, it deserves it. All right. Next thing, would you rather have a car payment, or would you rather just spend, right off the bat, spend a couple grand, and you're free? I mean, you don't have to worry about paying a monthly payment on your car, and your car's gonna be reliable. You can take it wherever you want. You're gonna be good to go. So it's a no-brainer. I mean, honestly, if you ask me, you can go spend $10,000 on a Corolla and just hate your life, or you can go get an E46 that's running and driving, pull the motor out, change everything out, all the gaskets, make it reliable. You can even knock out the subframe issues at the same time, and you can still be under 10 grand. So why would you go buy a Corolla? All right, ready? I'm about to lift this up, put it on stand.
You don't know how to be.
What? Don't know what? How to be what?
You're just biased.
Biased with the E46? Or BMWs in general? I'm not biased with, I wouldn't do this to an E90, let's put it that way. It's not my preferred body style. But I mean, at the end of the day, it always comes down to what you prefer. I mean, if you had a Corolla, and I mean, some of the 20-year-old Corollas, they're all gonna need the same thing too. Obviously, it's gonna be a little bit cheaper to do it. So if you like your Corolla, knock it out. I mean, it's just, if you want to have a car that's gonna be well maintained, you can get into it, just go drive however far you want to go without any issues. Pull out the motor, change everything. Simple as that. Everybody's always talking about, hey, It's unreliable this, unreliable that. If you change everything, you never have to worry about it breaking. Right?
Yeah, it's just not practical.
Anybody that's a car guy, you should not have the word practical.
Hey, what about car women?
Okay, car women, car girls. If you're into cars, the word practical is not in your dictionary because there's nothing practical about spending a obscene amount of money into something that's just degrading day by day. There's nothing practical about that. So why even bother about being practical? We're just doing it because we love it, right?
Right.
Right. Like why the hell would you spend $25,000 in the E46 to swap into LS? Like, who does that? The car we bought the car for $2,000.
Love.
What's practical about
Just
that?
love.
Why buy a Lamborghini when you could buy a house?
Love.
Well, that's more about showing off, but still. Or you got too much money, you don't know what to do with it.
Talking about the person who bought an M.
That's a business move, okay? Now we gotta get excuses for that. It's an expense, it's a business expense. But now we're broke, and we're back to regasketing engines instead of working on the M. One day, right? One can dream.
Perfect. Perfect.
All right, we're on to the first start. I just primed the fuel system just to make sure there's no leaks of the fuel when I plug everything back in. All that should be good. Let's turn it on. The clutch still feels weird, so I'm gonna have to bleed the clutch again.
Sun. Change on me just like Polo the Don. Don't be fronting, girl, you know I'm the one. Number two is not an option, and they know they can't stop me. Take off, I can't take no